My Sunday was going pretty good until I saw this morning.
Yeah, what a interesting time WWE to drop this on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, on the 1st of June. On the 1st of June. June 1st. You know what? Thank God they didn't make this announcement during Juneteenth, because that would have been really bad timing.
Oh yeah,
That would have really fed into the whole MVP calling Triple H a racist.
yeah.
Oh man. But on that note, welcome to another edition, special emergency live stream of Pin Down Podcast. I am Mr. T, alongside with my friend Trey Courtney.
What up?
And wow, this news, when we saw it today, we were contemplating on doing this or not, blah blah blah. But this was a really, really surprising thing that we were just talking about. Like, we did not, I don't think anyone saw this coming, honestly.
No, not at all.
No. And we're supposed to be joined by Cream, but he's on the other channel on Gronkin. Right now they're live. Yeah, we're streaming over them. Do we really care? Nah, not really. Anyway, let's get into the story. So this morning, around 11 o'clock this morning, R-Truth put out a tweet. What is this? Excuse me. Put out a tweet saying, "I'm sorry to inform you that I got released by the WWE." Excuse me. I'm sorry to inform you all. I just got released from the WWE, and I want to thank WWE for the ride. But mostly, I want to thank each and every one of you who was along for this ride. Thank you all for all the love, support, and appreciation that you have given me over the years. Thank you. This came out of nowhere, and
Yeah,
as soon as pretty much he tweeted this out, the dirt sheets, the wrestlers, male and female, just went nuts. They went absolutely bonkers on Twitter, showing support, showing love, all that good stuff, and including fans and stuff like that. This is a shock. I mean, honestly, he's probably got to be the most longest tenured employee of the company.
yeah. I
What?
mean, remember he was there in the Attitude Era as K Quick teaming up with Road Dogg.
Yeah,
Then he went to TNA for a bit, and then he came back in 2008, and he's been there since.
yeah, yeah. Was a big kick in the nuts. Like, I didn't see this coming at all. And plus, last week, legit a week ago, he was wrestling against John Cena on fucking
Yeah,
Saturday Night's Main Event.
he's one of the marquee matches.
Yes.
And then this past SmackDown wrestled Jeff Cobb. I'm not calling him JC Mateo. It's a dog shit name.
Yes, I agree with that. Totally 110% agree with that name. We're with you, Trey. That name sucks balls. Whoever came up with that and creatively, they need to go back to the drawing board.
They're trying to make it sound Samoan, but it's Jeff Cobb works.
But Mateo,
Yeah,
really?
Mateo. Yeah, it's like, huh?
Mateo sounds Italian or some shit. I don't know. Like, what are we doing?
But yeah, he just had a match this week, and then
he just had a segment on Friday talking about how he was going to be wrestling against JC Mateo and the new Bloodline.
Yeah, because it seemed like they were going to set up. He was probably going to wrestle Jeff Cobb this week, and then most likely solo next, or I guess this coming Friday. I don't think that happened now.
And we should put the disclaimer out there too. He still has a contract. The WWE has just informed him that they are not going to renew his deal when his deal is done. So whenever his deal is done, that's when he becomes a free agent, because it's on WWE's end, and he'll be an unrestricted free agent. So there's a speculation. Will he go to AEW? Will he go to TNA? Will he just retire? Will he just go and do rap, work on his music career and stuff like that? We don't know. But like I said, this whole thing was just a kick in the balls, because no one saw this coming. I didn't see it coming.
No.
And like I said, like, he was one of the most longest tenured employees of the company, because he went to TNA at 2002 and left around 2007-ish.
7-ish, and then he came back in 2008 to WWE.
Yeah, so yeah, he's been there for almost 20 years, I think.
Because he was, like I mentioned, he was in the Attitude Era.
Yeah. And this sucks. And if this is a TKO decision, I don't know if this is or not. We're not going to speculate because we don't know the optics. But here's the thing: if this came down from TKO and saying, "Hey, we need to get rid of some guys who have, seniority or tenure in the company," that's some fucking bullshit, dude.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah,
that's some bullshit. But that's not the other thing we had to report. Also, a couple hours ago, not even a couple hours ago, and the tweet's deleted off his Twitter right now. So luckily, we took a screenshot just in case this happened. Carlito made an announcement, pretty much saying that his deal is done in 2 weeks. Let me get that up. Let me get that up real quick. This comes from Fade and Media. I think I don't even know if the chat can see that. Wow, that's bad. Anyway, let me read it. He put the GIF or the GIF, whatever it's called, of Homer Simpson going back into the bushes and hiding. Carlito puts, "My contract is up in 2 weeks. I will not be getting renewed. On the top of that, WWE is demanding that I pay back the money they paid me for apparently stealing money from the company. I've had my lawyers look into this, and after reviewing my footage on Netflix the past month, they suggested," and I had to continue for a minute. Hold on for a second, please. Let's see here. I gotta stand by, chat. I am professionally retarded. I am not using. We were not expecting to do this. This came up
very last second. Yeah.
Yes. Apparently stealing money from the company. I have my lawyers look into it, and reviewing my footage on Netflix for the past months, they suggested I pay them back the money. All jokes aside, gracias to WWE and especially the WWE universe. Los Cueros Mucho. I don't speak Puerto Rican or Spanish, so forgive me. P.S. I'll appear again on another 13 years. Dios me los bendiga. Like I said, I'm not Spanish. So I have no idea what I just read, but yeah. So apparently, Carlito is not going to be a part of the company unless he was ribbing, because, like I said, the tweet is gone now. When you go to the Twitter, unless
the tweet's gone. Yeah, so that's
unless he's trying to get some attention. I think he's got it, but yeah, I don't know that one could be a work. Who knows? But I guess good on him to try to get some attention off the tweet and try to roll with it if he's ripping people. But on the other hand, it's like, I don't know if I would want to do that, especially like R-Truth. Like, it seems like R-Truth's being legitimately serious that he is done.
Yeah,
he's done.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, but again, this sucks that people are losing their jobs like this, because it's and R-Truth too. Think about that too. When he when he tore his was it his Achilles tendon or ACL tendon or something like that a couple years ago when he was in NXT? Yeah. There's a good possibility that he was going to lose his leg.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, he came back and did his thing for a couple more years, but it's just this, like I said, this whole thing was a shock.
I
have some speculation that if he's going to be an unrestricted free agent, this is just on my end. Tony Khan has the most unique opportunity to bring him into AEW. And when I say this, I am legitimately serious, and I can't take credit for this. I saw this on Twitter. I'm like, you know what? That's actually kind of funny. It'd be great from all the WWE talent that is there right now, former talent. It'd be hilarious for him to show up and to think that he still works for WWE while being on TV.
Yeah, that's fucking funny. Yeah, that would be funny.
That would be hilarious to me, especially with the Hurt Business.
Yeah,
that'd be really funny.
But we talked about this off cam. Yeah. I personally think he's gonna get a Legends contract.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're just gonna let him go. I think it's just not gonna have him be like as a normal, like every full time. But I think he'll still be a legend. He'll get a Legends deal in some way.
They should sign to a Legends deal. They should, because I think honestly, he's been a pretty much a loyal soldier since he came back to the company in '08. He's been there. Like
yeah,
they
he's been yeah.
they made him the well, let's see, when he first came back, he was like he was in TNA. He was the rapper. Blah blah blah.
He won a couple like what United States titles, tag titles with a
Yeah.
couple people.
And then he turned heel in 2011, which I still argue to this day he should have beaten John Cena at Capital Punishment and should have been the WWE champion.
I'm only not for it because we saw what happened a month later with the whole pipe bomb.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole
so in someone long term, I guess it worked. I mean, and plus, did he get a tag title with the Miz after that?
I don't know if it was a tag title. I know he got a run as him and Miz were the heels.
Oh, he was the guy. They trusted him enough to be one of the first guys to face The Rock in his first real match back.
Yep.
It was a tag match, but still.
Yep. They made The Rock look good. Both those guys did. And The Rock put the work into, but still though. And I think that's one of the requests The Rock made. He wanted to work with those two guys when he came back. So my thing is this. R-Truth he's done a lot. Like I said, he's been the rapper. He's been the heel, which I enjoyed back in the day. The whole little Jimmy thing.
That shot of him smoking the cigarette, remember, on Raw?
Yeah, I remember that. Got fined. I think he got fined like $1,000 or $10,000. But he didn't pay for it. But yeah, it's just like I say, he's been a loyal soldier. Then when Santino retired, then he became the comedy guy, which he was really great at it. Like,
he broke Brock a couple times.
Yeah,
that infamous segment where he broke Brock is one of my favorite segments of all time.
Yep, I died, dude, when he told that. My favorite R-Truth moment, real quick before we move on. My favorite R-Truth moment is when he when he comes out during the Rumble of 2016, I believe it's when AJ made his debut in the company for WWE.
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah, I will never forget his music hitting. He's looking underneath the ring. He pulls out a ladder, sets it up, and thinks that he's in the Money in the Bank match. And literally, and I mean literally, the dude thought the briefcase was up there. It was so gold,
and everybody's like looking at him.
He committed to that. He committed to that character, man. He committed it to it, and that's what I'm saying. Either people, even if the company gives you a shit thing, use it. So it's the same way what Dusty did when he had the polka dots. When Dusty got the polka dots, a lot of people thought that was a rib, and Dusty made a lot of money wearing those polka dots.
Yeah, when he thought he was talking to Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman was going to be in the Rumble.
Yep.
Talking to you, Paul Heyman.
You will go follow that top rope, Paul Heyman. Paul's sell job was great. He's like, "Are you fucking serious?"
And then Brock broke.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was hilarious to me, man.
I think he broke Randy too in a segment.
I think he broke pretty much everybody. Like there was that one he said he was going to be in the remember that tournament they did back in the day when Seth Rollins went down with the knee injury and they did the tournament with Ambrose, Roman, not Miz,
Ziggler, I think.
Ziggler, Del Rio, and Rusev, I think.
Yeah.
And the Miz was hosting Miz TV, and all of a sudden, R-Truth comes out and says, "I'm gonna be winning that title, y'all." Everyone's like, "You're not even in the match."
The segment with Kane because he interrupted like the Money in the Bank segment.
Yeah. Yep.
And Kane's like, "You're not even in the match."
Are you sure? Positive. Gentlemen, my bad.
My bad.
But like I said, the guy committed to everything he did. I mean, comedy, heel, whatever the company asked him to do, he did it.
Yep.
And that's what, if you're a company, I think that's what you want. You want some people, you want some loyal soldiers to go out there. If you tell them to do something, they'll do it, right?
Yeah. But Last Toxic Mill, he made that 24/7 title.
Oh yeah, that title was dog
shit,
stupid, man. But
it was
so good.
He knew hardcore title, but R-Truth carried that shit.
Yep. Remember when I'll never forget when he dressed up in drag, which was kind of weird.
Yeah,
he was still in the drag stuff, and he's like, everyone's like, "Truth." He's like, "Am I really that recognizable?" Remember the freaking Triple H segment he did back in the day in 2011 when he's like, little Jimmy don't like you. He don't like how this guy's looking at him. And Triple H's like, you don't like this guy. This guy's looking at him. They're just going back and forth. He's like,
I love that segment. And Truth's face.
yeah, he's like, man, you crazy. Remember when freaking remember Tough Enough when they did that live edition of Tough Enough at 7:00 and it went into Raw. And when they went into Raw, they had R-Truth dressed up as I think General Lee. I think.
Yeah. General Lee, yeah.
And he comes out the whole garb and he just like it's going batshit crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Mara. That's how I feel like I get R-Truth, but not Y-Truth.
Yeah. I said, this was a shit move.
Yeah, I mean, Legend Steel, because going through the old R-Truth stuff, even that, it was like, wasn't he supposed, he was in a chamber match, it was the 2012 one. He's like, if I see a box of spiders.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that, yeah. Yeah. Remember when he did that freaking tag team with Kofi? What was it called?
Fuck. Boom Truth or something like that?
Something like that, yeah. And little Jimmy was there and all that crap. Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, R-Truth was great.
His segment he had between John Cena back in the day. He's like,
yeah,
man, I just want my son back. It's like, huh?
I just want my son back.
Yeah. Speaking about what you just said, we have a special guest in the back.
We do have a special
What
guest
up,
in the
Creed?
back. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? On a Sunday, on the 1st of the month. Really?
Oh my god. You should at least Vince would wait till Tuesday.
I told Trey, thank God they didn't release him on Juneteenth.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, like such a fucking absolute shit show that is. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I don't understand at all why there's no reason to let him go. Like literally no reason. He just was one of your headlining matches for a big event, a big TV event. Yeah.
And he just had a match with Jeff Cobb on SmackDown not even 2 days ago.
Yep. Yeah, so this is kind of that old style bullshittery that we fucking hated about Vince. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
I will say this. Can't believe I'm defending Tony Khan here. He has not done as much of this shit. Even though in some cases he probably should let people go because his roster is flooded with people who don't see TV. They don't see the light of a fucking camera for months, right?
Yeah.
But he will honor contracts that he signs. Is it always the best? Absolutely not. If the talent wants to leave, he's been letting them go. And I'm very happy that he does this. This is total fucking bullshit. Maz, we were talking about this a little bit on Gronking before we finished up there because you guys had started before.
Mm-hmm.
We're not really in the Triple H era anymore, are we? We're in the TKO era.
Yeah, it's TKO era.
This is becoming a problem not just in WWE, not just in any other like UFC. It's the whole fucking company has become this over corporatized shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I was thinking about this to myself before I did the stream. This shit happened too with WCW when they merged with Time Warner and AOL. This shit happened too.
Mm-hmm.
And they became a shill company, and look how that worked out.
Yeah.
I don't think wrestling works in a corporate sense like that. Like at least when WWE went public, it was still majority owned by Vince.
Yeah.
Majority run by Vince. And say what you will about Vince, he did have somewhat of a conscience. I know that's weird to say, especially with all the lawsuit shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
But he did. He really did. Like, there were people that he would take care of. He would pay for older talent that really, as a company, he wouldn't have a responsibility for anymore.
Like, he didn't have to do it.
He would pay for them to go to rehab.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Razor Ramon, Jake the Snake.
So, I mean, was Vince perfect? Absolutely not. But There's no way in hell he would have done weird shit like this.
No, and plus, going back, piggyback on what you just said, like Fabulous Moolah and freaking Mae Young, they were on the WWE books for years because they were so loyal to his dad.
Yeah.
And that's why he kept on paying for their contracts. And we just covered the whole thing too, but Carlito tweeting out what he tweeted out. And apparently when you go to the Twitter handle, it's gone. So thank God someone took a screenshot of that, because we were talking about that too. We don't know if he's working people, trying to get attention. But
I have no clue. I do think that I kind of thought like once his contract's up, he's done.
Yeah.
Just because they haven't really been using him much, right?
No. He's the heel R-Truth is what I was calling him for a bit there. In the sense he's the comedy act, but he's just a heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really weren't using him very much. He was just kind of there with Dom. Like he was like kind of Dom's like lackey in a sense, which I honestly think you can do so much more with him. Carlito was fucking great in the early 2000s. And he was good when he came back.
Yeah.
So I think they don't really have anything for him. That's okay. No. You eventually let those, you do have to, you can't keep everyone. But
no, you can't.
To basically, in the sense of, someone with like fucking R-Truth, man, he's been, how many years has he spent in that company? Both when he was like K-Quick before and then after he came back from TNA.
Me and Trey, for my calculations, it was either 20 or 25 years. He's been
because he was there in 01. He left in like 02, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came back in 2008, and then he's been there since, pretty much.
Yeah. That's the type of person you don't get rid of. I'm sorry. Like, as much as we may not like someone like The Miz, if they got rid of The Miz, I would be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's a vet. That's a guy who's there, and that experience that he would have for the locker room is kind of important. There's a reason why they hung on to the fucking Vince would hang on to the Undertaker as long as he fucking could, even when Taker couldn't go anymore. It was because it didn't matter if he could go or not. It was the value he had to the other people there, and there was immense amounts of value, right?
Yeah.
And so I get that, like, Truth's probably near the end. I kind of figured he would retire at the end of this year anyways. So I would have figured his last match would have been the Cena match. But I don't know what the fuck they're doing. And
I don't either.
If you're a company that wants to sign, if he's going to like keep going and not retire, you are fucking stupid not to sign him up. If I'm AEW, I'm signing him right away.
Yeah.
Because I can have him as a veteran presence. I can have him help and work on stuff,
Yeah, that's what I was telling Trey. I can't take credit for this. I saw this on Twitter, but it'd be great if Tony did sign Truth. And from all the WWE talent that are there, the former talent, it'd be hilarious if he still thinks that he still works for WWE.
Yeah.
Or
that'd be great.
Yeah.
You don't have to change his gimmick. His gimmick works no matter what. He is the one who does comedy gimmicks good. Like he does it well. So you don't need to change that fucking gimmick at all. Just let him do his thing and let him be in charge of it, honestly.
And that's what we try talking about. He's fully 110% committed. Whatever he does, he's committed to the fullest.
Yeah.
The most I was saying earlier is a Legends contract. Maybe he gets that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's if he's going to retire, I feel like he would just announce he was retiring and not this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This feels like they're done with him. And I don't get that at all. I guess because they want to push all their NXT guys, but it's like, what's good of pushing the NXT guys if you have no vets there?
Yeah.
And when you have someone who's been a wrestler for over 20 fucking years, one of the last guys from the Attitude Era left.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was there. He was.
He was teaming with Road Dogg back in the day.
Yeah. You have one of your Attitude Era guys there. And is still in good shape, still can wrestle. Like, he doesn't put on stinkers. His worst matches are kind of like meh. Or they're matches that aren't meant to give him any time, right? Like the 24/7 title stuff. He made the best of a bad situation there. I think that's a perfect person you would want to hold on to. Even Carlito. I get why people are like, oh, I don't like Carlito. Carlito's a fucking veteran at this point. Like, he's wrestled so long. He's been one of those guys who is fucking huge. You should be putting him with Dom, but having him like mentor Dom, right?
Yes.
Kind of be like more of like an older brother to him, right? Try to steer him in the wrong direction more. And then you can do something with that. That's me coming up off the top of my head.
Kind of what Miz is doing with Mello right now.
And it's wasted. It's wasted on Miz and Mello. It doesn't, like, at least with Carlito, he was in the Judgment Day for so long, right? Like, Miz and Mello just feels like such a weird, artificial, put together thing. And the thing is, they haven't been doing it for very long. So with something like Carlito, just kind of feels like he fits in with the Judgment Day at this point.
Yeah.
Like, so it's honestly easier to get that going.
Keep Carlito around just for the spear spots. Those spear spots.
Oh man, that spear spot was fucking insane. 2 of them. He got 2 of them.
2. Oh, and then even the Penta driver spot from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand. If you have nothing for Carlito, why wouldn't you send him to like NXT or something?
Make him a job guy. Just have him be a job guy that like the baby faces beat.
Why is he not like? You know, who knows? They probably have offered these roles to these guys and probably said, "Nah, I don't want to do that. I think I got more, left in the tank," which I get. But why are these guys not coaches in NXT? Like, Truth. No, not just the comedy aspect. Our Truth can cut a promo. He can talk.
Why isn't he doing like production? Why isn't he a production assistant? They have
do what Bobby Roode's doing. Look at Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
And with Truth, he has a lot more experience than Bobby Roode did.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not throwing shade at Bobby Roode. I think Bobby Roode is, that's someone who it's like, hey, yeah, that's a good person to have. Truth is a really good person. Especially, he's great because he was able to make fucking chicken salad out of chicken shit, right? That whole saying, you got to make chicken shit out of chicken, that stuff. Yeah. He was actually able to do that. So to get rid of him,
the little Jimmy gimmick. The little Jimmy gimmick.
Jimmy was fucking amazing. He fucking main evented a pay-per-view with John Cena.
He's one of the few guys that broke Brock Lesnar and actually made him laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what me and Trey are talking about too. In 2011, I was pushing for him to win the title against Cena. I really want him to beat Cena for the title, but obviously the next month we got Money in the Bank in Chicago. But still, though, Truth in 2011, he was on fire with that character.
The second he just started smoking this thing.
The problem with 2011 was 2011. That's a fucking good year. Things were popping off, right? You had the whole Christian
Randy
feud, and then you had Sheamus being thrown in there. Hall of Pain was still going on, which kind of interceded with the Christian Randy feud. And then you had the whole Summer of Punk. You had Del Rio was fucking doing his thing. You then had
the peak of close to the end of era. Rock's initial return.
Yeah, I'll say it. There was so much going on in that time period that like it kind of did fall through the cracks. If it was like 2 years earlier, he probably would have won the title for a little bit.
Yeah, at least a month. Like I could see him getting it for like a month or two, honestly. If this was like 2010.
Yeah, let's do we want to look at some of the chat here?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to bring them up. I'm not able to bring them up.
That's what I was gonna ask you. So we'll go with Mara for a minute.
Carlito can sell a spear. I'll give him that. Yeah, he did a fucking great job with that shit.
He stole the fuck out of that spear, man.
Yeah.
And just comparing cells real quick. Remember when he did that freaking triple jump? Like, he was trying to go for that backflip when Randy turned into the RKO.
Okay, yes. Unforgiven 06. Yeah.
That was a great spot, too.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
This is true, too. Any segment you see with R-Truth, every superstar broke character, including Brock. Oh, yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
He made people... And you know what? There were some times where it was like, man, the only good segment on Raw was the R-Truth one. For a couple years, that's 2019.
How it was. 2019.
Remember when he won it just came to my head. Remember when he won the United States Championship by accident? Nakamura forgot to kick out and became the U.S. champ.
Yes.
Yeah, and everyone was fucking going crazy on Twitter. It was great.
Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
Dark times for WWE right now. Yeah. Not just that, UFC. Like, here's the thing: we can shit all over WWE, but it's not an exclusive WWE issue. You look at UFC, the biggest fight that UFC has sitting on the fucking table. All right, Nasmir, if he was awake right now, he would attest. It is Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones for the UFC heavyweight title. Jon Jones has held that title for a couple of years. The problem was he didn't fight for a couple of years. He was AWOL.
Yeah.
He's had one fight in about 2 years. Yet he still gets to keep his title. Someone like Tom Aspinall, who has been grinding out, fighting, getting those victories, is still interim championship. So this is not just a issue with I do remember when R-Truth was calling Triple H Tommaso Ciampa. That was always good. That was fucking great. I fucking love that stuff. Like, this isn't just a WWE issue, it's a TKO issue. He did. I'm getting freaky with it.
You know what's frustrating too?
I forgot about that with Shannon Sharp.
As a product, WWE is not really bad right now. Just as a product, they're decent right now.
I would say it's kind of stagnant the last couple.
It's stagnant, but
since about Mania.
Let's be honest. Coming from 2019, that 2011 time, those were dark times. But TKO is just, they're ruining their kind of image right now with all this stupid moves like this, and then the pricing.
Well,
yeah. Well, and the pricing, that is a perfect example that you bring up, Trey. The pricing is a problem across all TKO brands. This dynamic pricing, it's ridiculous. It makes sports that are meant for, and I'm saying WWE as a sport, okay? Sports and entertainment, all right? Because somebody will watch this and be like, it's not real. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Sports and entertainment, that's more blue collar. And so you're taking these people who are more blue collar on average. It's just how it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing bad or good about that. That's just your audience. But now what they're doing is you're pricing out your fucking audience, right? It's to the point where, like, you know, if a dad is like, oh, I want to bring my boys to go see wrestling. Nope. You got to choose. Do you want to fucking put money away for their college that month? Or do you want to fucking let them go to Raw? And not even in a front row seat, like midway. Midway is pretty fucking expensive. So
Money in the Bank's out here. I wanted to go, but the tickets, like even the nosebleeds, were like nearly $500. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fucking ridiculous. That is higher than what it was for something like Elimination Chamber, which was way overpriced.
What about the fact, like, WrestleMania 21, one of the greatest WrestleManias, was out here. It's probably cheaper then compared to Money in the fucking Bank now. That is insane to me.
366 quid. Wow, that's fucked. That's bad.
Equivalent to $366 or pounds, right?
I'm not sure what the conversion rate is, but I think their currency is a little bit stronger than ours.
Okay.
Quid, that usually refers to like British currency.
I
think so, and their currency is stronger than I think even the US is right now, a little bit. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, we actually do. Check the description box. All of our links are in the
description
box.
Are they in the description of the video?
Oh, yes.
Oh, they are. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, they were there yesterday. Yeah.
Why is Blab's channel there?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But you know, it's funny you guys should mention Office, because here's a person that's getting a lot of flack right now on Twitter, and that is Triple H.
Do you want to bring that up so it's easier to see?
Sure. Let me
try. There's a way you can highlight it.
Like,
oh God. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. So it's Vikingo there with his
Vikingo. Right? He just won the title last night from Del Rio.
Yeah, so for context, Triple H congratulated Vikingo to winning the title last night from Worlds Collide. Or not Worlds Collide, but the Triple H show last night. And the comments sections are just wild. People are like calling him a bald fraud. People are saying, go fuck yourself. TKO and WWE's become a sellout. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
He is getting ate up. Even I made a comment on Twitter about the whole situation. But yeah, this whole thing sucks. Like we were talking about, and and the next thing is too, if Truth is leaving when his contract's done,
yeah,
who's gonna be the new comedy guy?
I guess until Joe Hendry gets there, I don't know.
Well, I don't want Joe Hendry to become a comedy guy. Like,
yeah, I want Joe. I kind of want Joe Hendry to kind of lean. But the problem is, that's what probably they'll do. They'll just way lean in too much on the comedy end of Joe Hendry, and kind of ruin the character in that sense. That worries me.
I mean, if they don't make him uber comedy, I guess LA Knight says funny stuff. Like if you lean into him being like The Rock kind of thing, right?
I think,
but you need like a straight up comedy gimmick, though. I know what you mean. Like you need a straight up like R-Truth gimmick, and I just don't know who you have right now.
We're gonna get Dink the Clown back, guys.
Dink?
Not
Oh God,
just Dink, not the other midget clowns. Just Dink. He's gonna be back. It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
What's the point of the Speed title? Also, I never watched that show. It's not a live TV championship. No, it's just on Twitter.
Yeah,
it's on Twitter.
It's a title that
doesn't
nobody. Yeah, nobody even
cares.
I couldn't tell you who the Speed champion is.
No,
right
who
now.
watches Speed though? I've never watched Speed. To be honest with you,
I can tell you it's God, Chad Gable's new gimmick. What is it?
El Grande Americano. Oh,
yes.
I guess Chad Gable could, but I don't want Chad Gable to be full on comedy gimmick though.
He is currently the champion right now, and Sol Ruca is the women's champion.
Oh.
Just doesn't. It's just stupid. Like if you're just gonna do dark matches like that on Twitter, I'm fine with that. Don't give it a title. You have too many fucking titles already as it is. It's just here we go. Chelsea Green is a comedy character on the female side. She's fucking annoying. Yeah, like I think that's kind of what they're gonna lean. They're gonna do that kind of little faction.
Yeah, with
Chelsea
her.
Green has.
But with the men though,
Niven and Alpha Fire. Yeah. And that's the thing.
The only one I could think of is Chad Gable, but I don't want him to be full on comedy gimmick though.
No, I want him to go serious now.
There's
at least a mix
in NXT.
Or a mix. Like if you can have him be like a Kurt Angle kind of thing, where he was kind of a comedy gimmick, but he's still a fucking serious contender.
Badass. But the thing is, I think who probably could do it is probably that Chase kid in NXT.
Oh, Chase U.
Yeah,
is that gonna get over like Truth though?
Yeah,
because
that's never going to. Let's be real. That's never going to the main roster.
Okay, hold on. Let's be real about something. Okay, let's be real about something. If brought back Hornswoggle, I actually would laugh. That would be funny.
I would not mind it. I wouldn't hate it.
But the problem is Hornswoggle can't wrestle anymore. His body's too beat up, and that's the one problem with it.
Nia Jax, the next comedy act.
That'd be better than whatever the fuck they were doing with her before. But you already have a good comedy act. I'm sorry, Chelsea Green just fills that.
Yeah, she fills that role for the division.
Her, Alba Fire, Piper Niven, they're doing well. They're not even using because they're using El Grande Americano.
Yeah,
different 100%.
And he's winning.
A different person.
And let's be real, guys. He's winning that AAA title from Vikingo. I'm predicting that.
Fuck, if he does,
calling it.
I don't want that. No. You know what?
He has the most mask sales, Cream. Apparently his mask is already sold before they're even out.
Here's the thing. People are fucking pissed about Vikingo winning that AAA title. Okay? People who are fans of AAA are fucking angry. They're really fucking furious. The only bright spot I saw from that fucking show was JBL going off, which was
that was funny. That was funny.
But yeah, they really pissed off the fan base with that. And I think everyone up here realized they're going to give it to Vikingo. Like every company has been pushing Vikingo, whether it's TNA before he got injured. AEW had a big push for him for a little bit there when he was being brought in. And now WWE. I don't quite see it with Vikingo. I don't think he's terrible. I just think he's very injury prone.
I haven't seen a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, this is it's ridiculous. Like you pissed off the entire fucking fan base of AAA by taking it off Del Rio. And I don't think Del Rio's a good person, but holy shit, you do have to like build this up a bit more.
If you piss off the crowd and they're not happy, Del Rio lost the title. What? That's when it's bad. They're like, we want Del Rio's champion. I'm like, okay.
And go back to what you guys were just saying. Wouldn't it be great if they offer, if he wants to do it too, by the way, wouldn't it be great if they can get R-Truth to be the next comedy writer, whoever they get? Because even though he can't do it, at least he can write it for someone out and try to.
Yeah, I
way.
wouldn't hate that. I would not hate that at all.
But again, that's why it would be great to have him as a producer, but they're just kind of letting him go. And this is big. This is the one thing is it sucks for him because he's leaving that job after like 20 fucking years. It's bullshit. Shouldn't have been fucking fired. But the advantage now comes for like indies and some of the other big players in wrestling that they now have an opportunity to pick up somebody who is like pretty well loved by everyone who's worked with them. I don't think anyone has a problem with this guy. Like he's been like absolute like gentleman to everyone.
He's got no haters. None.
No hate. No. Yeah, doesn't shit all over people and puts in his best no matter what he's given.
Yeah.
That is literally the perfect fucking employee. Like and straight up.
And person and human being all together.
Yeah, he just seems like a genuinely nice guy, which is I think is why everyone is really pissed off about this. Yep. I don't think it's just because he was let go. That sucks.
A couple of years ago, I was on his live stream. Like he was eating dinner with his family, and I was just being polite, like I'm like, "Oh, I hope you all enjoy your meal." Blah blah blah. And he's like, "Thank you. I wish more people could be like you. Thank you very much." Like I said, he seems like a genuinely nice dude that you just want to like.
Yeah.
You want to go walk through a wall for the guy. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Go ahead.
It's just ridiculous. Like I'm sorry, it just seems like it does feel like something's not right in the something smells fishy in the state of Denmark with this, where it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Yep. And this is probably TKO saying you got to cut some people, and it's like you're being now forced to make cuts because the profits have to be higher. They're not high enough as it is. They always have to be higher, which means what are you going to do? Are you going to cut someone like Javon Evans and a couple people in NXT, which you already did, or are you going to cut R-Truth? And I think that's what the situation WWE got put in. And guess what? This is why you don't sell to big corporations like companies like this. You do if you don't care about control over your company, but if you want a little bit of control, you don't do that. And this is the problem for UFC. This is the problem for WWE. This is what happens when bigger companies move in. They're not fans. They're only fans of the fucking green, right? Yeah. The money. So with UFC, if they want to jack up ticket prices to the point where like you get a half sold out Bell Center for a UFC event, who cares? Because we made more money because tickets prices are so fucking high that it's able to overcome the amount of people not in the arena. Look at Elimination Chamber. They had to bring in The Rock. They literally, the ticket sales were going so bad for it, they had to bring in The Rock, causing basically the Cena storyline to get completely fucking derailed.
Yep.
From the get-go because of ticket prices being sold so poorly, and they still didn't sell out.
Yeah. And that's why I've been, I haven't said this out loud, but it's just, I've been quiet about this, but I think WWE's been cooling off since WrestleMania. After WrestleMania, it's been cooling off a little bit.
To be honest, it was like a fucking, what do they call it? Like in stocks, when a stock boots up for a bit and comes down, a dead cat drop.
Yeah. That's
basically what Night 2 of Mania was.
Yep.
It was a dead cat drop because it's really been cooling off since Elimination Chamber. There's a perfect example. Ludwig Kaiser, who, to be honest, should be in the Intercontinental title scene or the U.S. title scene. He should be in that scene, and he should probably get the title at like around SummerSlam if you're really.
He's the one. If you're going to give it to Sheamus, he should be beating Sheamus.
Come in and beat it, and then have him. Even if you don't have it on him for a long time, have him have it for a little bit, and then give it to like Penta. There's a perfect example.
Yeah,
because those two worked well together. and you get both those guys getting that title.
Yeah, what is going on with Kaiser, man? I hope it's not the Charlotte thing. I really am hoping it's not that, because that's what a lot of people are theorizing.
I don't know. And then there's the Karrion Kross stuff. Yeah. What the fuck's going on with him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, the stuff he was doing on Twitter, stuff he was doing at Mania, was the best stuff WWE was doing that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight up. Karrion Kross's Twitter, he had that whole like little documentary he made. That was fucking great. It was amazing. It like makes you have like, oh shit, okay. You know, he's trying to like blur the lines a bit, like a Pillman type of stuff. Everyone fucking loves that. Yeah. And like it actually was like, man, I need to see this guy on my TV. This guy needs to be on Raw. He needs to be on SmackDown. They haven't really done fucking fuck all for him.
And he was just one of the top merch guys a couple weeks ago, wasn't he?
Because of all that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Belt or no belt, Kaiser wins every night.
Yeah, true. That is true.
What up, Dom?
I guess he's winning life. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this whole thing is really, like I said, when I woke up today and saw this, I was like, I thought it was a joke. And I'm like, is R-Truth working people? Is like, is he trying to be funny? He's like, oh, it's June 1st, April Fools or some shit like that. I'm like, no, this is legit.
It was, I thought it was bullshit until I saw the Carlito thing.
Yeah.
And that was like, oh, shit. And I don't know. I haven't been looking at Twitter. I don't know if anything else has come out because usually WWE likes to release a bunch of fucking people.
Yeah.
But I have not seen anything like super new.
Yeah.
In that regards.
I don't see anything.
Let me check Sean Ross Sapp's Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, just give Cross a chance. I'm not in the same boat. Like, I think he needs to get this mega push. Like, no, sorry, but I do think give him a chance, give him something, you know.
After the CM Punk thing with Rollins, I'm not a Cross guy. Like, you guys know this. I've told you guys this offline.
On
air.
Yeah, you're not the biggest fan of him.
No, but the thing is, to me, I think there is some stuff that he could do. Like, if you get someone like a CM Punk with Cross, I think he can elevate him to a higher level.
Yeah.
His run in NXT, his run on the Indies before that in NXT, and then when he went back to the Indies, he was doing great. And they brought
that promo he cut after WrestleMania was good. I'll be honest, that promo he cut was like after WrestleMania, right? The night after WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that was really good.
It was fucking amazing. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why sign these guys and then do nothing with them?
Yeah.
It's not, I'm sorry, like, I know, like, yes, a talent has to go above and beyond to get over, of course, right? But there is just this thing of the company, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter, and they're just going to fuck you up. Now, it shouldn't be that way. If you're doing your best work, you should get pushed like that. That's not kind of how this works, to be honest, because for whatever fucking reason, and some of them are understandable reasons, some of them are not. It's just really ridiculous to see all that shit go down. And by the way, if you want to bring up the latest chat there, talking about the Judgment Day, we'll read this. Watching Raw, you see Judgment Day get a lot of TV time. I'm gone, bored with the stable. It ran its course when they kicked out Priest and Rhea. You know, we lost 2 members of the Judgment Day today from WWE.
Yeah.
R-Truth and Carlito.
Yeah.
I mean, R-Truth was kind of there as a joke, but still, like, he was still involved in storylines.
I consider him a member.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it just kind of it shows you we all knew Judgment Day is going to be done. It's not going to be very long, right?
Well,
that whole thing.
So they have the Roxanne thing going right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Who? Here's my thing. Judgment Day. The group was there to elevate Rhea and elevate Priest to the next big stars. That's why.
Yeah. And they did it. Yeah.
It's in a thing.
And not only that, it elevated Dom as well. That's
yeah,
the
elevated
thing.
Dom.
They got more out of it than they should have.
And to an extent, Liv. I'll throw Liv in there for a little bit.
I would say re-elevate her, bring her back, because she
honestly, I think right now I think Judgment Day, the group, is elevating Dom to be the next guy. Like that's just me. Like it's not Finn.
Yeah.
You know, Finn's already established. He's not going to get any higher than he is now. And if you hear barking in the background, I apologize. But,
are those some of the dogs you saved? By the way, Mr. T, actual hero, saved some dogs.
Yeah, actually saved some. Yeah,
literally saved them from an abusive household. So
yeah, no, those are my dogs. They're acting stupid.
So you didn't save those ones then?
No. Right. That's a different story for different time. But anyway, yeah, but like I said, I think the group itself, I do agree with you guys. It's ran its course, and that's what we talk about all the time. I think there's too many groups in WWE as it is now.
Yes, because you still have the remnants of the bloodline.
Yeah.
Yes, Seth's group now, which I'm fine with. They should be really the only group in my mind. It should just be Seth's group. Oh, American Made.
Well, yeah, American Made is weird, and then you have like a kind of like smaller pseudo groups where it's like 2 or 3 people, and it's like
LWO,
kind of a faction.
Legado de Fantasma.
Yeah, you also
the
have
Wyatt Six.
The Wyatt Six. But you also have stuff like Chelsea Green and Piper Niven and Alba Fire, which is, I guess, technically a faction, but it's not really. Judgment Day is going to be done soon, right?
I'm assuming this is the last thing. They're going to elevate Roxanne and Dom. I think that's the game plan.
Yeah, I think so as well. But man, they have fucked up so fucking badly with this. This is such a fucking terrible PR move. I don't understand how fucking. Oh, dude. I don't get it. How?
I just thought of something. We're setting up.
Shield still thing. No, the Shield are definitely
done. They're done. Yeah.
Fuck, you know what? Who knows? Maybe they'll bring it back with Kurt Angle or some shit. I don't know at this point.
I thought about something. They clearly were setting up Truth being the thing that was going to set up Cena to turn back. That was clearly where they were going. That Truth was going to be what.
This comment is a good example as well. Look at the women's division. Empty as fuck. They released a ton of fucking women who they could have had tag teams with. Some that actually were a fucking tag team. Say what you will about Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, but like that was an actual fucking tag team. It was one of the women's tag teams that felt like a fucking tag team.
WWE had an easy out. They could have justified the releases if they had just got rid of the women's tag titles. Literally, Liv going to film a movie should have been that opportunity. You know what? We're going to cut the women's tag division, just have the women's mid-card division, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because a lot of those women in the quote-unquote tag team division could easily just be in that mid-card division. Let's be honest here.
Yeah. It's a really shit position that wrestling fans are in right now, where there isn't like a company firing on all cylinders. And I don't think WWE is firing on all cylinders at this point. I think they're stagnant. I think they got a little bit too much of their own hype and ego, you know? Because they were, for a while, they're talking about like, everybody loves us right now. That's my Triple H impression.
I'll admit, SummerSlam last year, like around that time, WWE was hitting on all cylinders.
Oh, dude, SummerSlam last year was fucking awesome. And you know what? I'm not excited for Money in the Bank, which is what, this weekend?
Yeah,
excited. I'm not excited for it. I'm not even excited for SummerSlam at this point. I'm really not excited to watch anything WWE has to offer at this point because it's stagnant. It's not. I don't feel like
some things I'm looking forward to, but like Punk and Cena, which I'm hoping will be SummerSlam. I think they're doing it there. Why are we having Cena in a random tag match? Why?
Yeah, a random tag match just to put him in the.
Just have Cena have a segment at Money in the Bank. He doesn't have to wrestle. Just have him have a segment. I'd be fine with that.
The whole thing is just to get fucking Jey Uso over. Like, that's it. And it's not working because a lot of people are jumping off the Jey Uso fucking thing.
We called it.
We weren't on it, but once he won that title, he had an expiry date put on him, and I don't think that's necessarily fair, but that's just how fans are. They put that expiry. They did the same thing with Cody. The thing was, I think Jay's promos are so fucking bad that it just that expiry date.
They're repetitive. It's the same promo.
Yeah, he comes out, yeets, about to say something, then yeets again for another 5 minutes, and then when he does cut a promo, he's fucking tired and gassed.
It's repetitive, and it's just fucking bad too. Like if you repeat something good, that eventually people get tired of it, but you can keep that going for a bit. When it's bad, that expires really fucking quickly. And the only thing holding it up is the kids who like to go and do yeet. But to be honest, there's a lot of people who are a little bit older who are like, that's cringe. That shit was out of date by the time he started doing it.
2010 scene, and that scene at his like most PG. He was still putting on good segments and good promos and good feuds. Somewhat.
Yeah.
Here and there. Jey Uso's not doing that.
No, and it's a shame because I think there is something you can do with him. That
when he was right-hand man. When he was a right-hand man. But
I like
that character's dead.
I also don't think you need him to be in the tag team. I think Jimmy needs that more than Jay does. I think there is something that Jay does connect with the crowd, and there's something there. They're just not utilizing it. And this is the biggest fucking problem with WWE's creative right now. Not utilizing this shit,
Honestly, Seth needs to just win that briefcase and just cash in on Jay at Money in the Bank. Just do a same-day cash-in, please.
It might happen, to be honest.
Seth needs it. Seth needs that title right now, because I'm going to be honest. I'm not the biggest Seth Rollins fan. He's the best thing right now in WWE.
That faction, yeah.
Not just the faction, him specifically, the stuff he's doing. Him and Heyman.
Which we were talking about this at Mania, and I was like saying, hey man, I kind of want him to fucking go away for a bit. Like, I'm done. I'm done with this character. And I am so glad that they didn't make him go away, because I think he's like one of the bright spots of the company right now in kind of a darker time. Like, we talk about the Attitude Era. This is their like 1999.
Yeah, not as bad, but yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah,
not as bad, but it's a stagnant year. Now, does this become their 1999 in the sense of then they have like 2000, which is a little stagnant, but it starts to pick up pace at the end, and then 01, which starts to really fucking kick it in the high gear? Or do we just go back to kind of this being the new normal, which is still better than what it was, but not as good as what it could be?
Yeah, I wanted to get as good as it could be, but it's hard because the problem is they're listening too much to the fans. WrestleMania, they fucked up that whole card. Like, let's talk about the women's world title match. Why was it a triple threat? Why?
Yeah.
You didn't pull the trigger on Rhea and Bianca. I'm at a point. I don't care about that match now. They should have had like 5 matches by now.
I will say I didn't mind the triple threat at all. I actually thought it turned out good. And to be honest, I know you were excited for Bianca and Rhea, but I really wasn't. I was like, okay, yeah. So it's kind of hard because, again, they do have to juggle. Everyone has an opinion on wrestling, and nobody has an opinion that's the exact same, and everyone's very vocal about it. Yep. It's a difficult decision. This is for anyone doing creative, right? I give the same leniency I'm giving to Triple H, to Tony Khan, to fucking... I don't even know who the fuck's running TNA's creative anymore. Probably Triple H.
Last one.
I mean, I'll say Trick Williams winning the TNA title is kind of wild. Especially really quick.
That was fucking retarded. I'm not gonna lie.
Getting back to what you guys are saying now, but that's the whole thing with the business. You know what I mean? It's always a progression. Either you're hot, you're white hot, and then you just go straight down to the bottom. You're not even a fire no more. You're just basically like you're waiting for someone to come over there and piss on it, right?
Yeah.
I say right now WWE's still in the middle because people are still coming to the shows. It's not like AEW. It's not like people ain't showing up to WWE, right?
Yeah. And it's not product-wise. It's not 2018, 2019 bad. It's not there.
But the thing is, it's starting to cool off. And I will say this: I think we said after WrestleMania it cooled off. Looking back and thinking in my head, I kind of think it fell off when The Rock showed up.
Elimination Chamber, That's what I mean. Like, Mania Night 2 was that dead Dead Cat Bounce.
Fucking
Mania
rock,
Night
man.
2 and the Raw after Mania.
Like what? Look what happened with the Cena thing. I'm still liking it, but they've really fucked up the potential it could have been.
The Cena thing's fucking
it ain't clicking.
Yeah, it's not doing it for me. I want to like it too. That's the thing. I really want to like it, but it's just not there. It's been.
I like the
fucked
Randy
from the
feud.
get-go.
The Randy feud felt more like what I wanted from WrestleMania, which is sad.
Like I told Trey, I told this. I think we talked about it yesterday, actually, on the pod. Like I said, if Cena is supposed to be the heel, I'm taking the title with me. I don't want no one to have this championship when I'm done. You say this in one breath, but in the next minute, you are wearing the same colors as the city they're in. He's wearing the colors of their team. Prime example. Yeah. Last week he was wearing the old school Tampa Bay Buccaneers orange cream sickle jerseys, right? So it's like if you despise these people, I broke up with you, then why are you supporting their team then? Like
why do you pose?
Yeah.
I think the perfect thing he could have done at Mania was cheated to beat Cody because he doesn't fucking care. He gets the title, grabs it, walks out. Doesn't have to run out, walks out, doesn't even pose. That's how Mania ends.
Yeah.
No pyro, nothing. He just walks out with the title. Doesn't look back or nothing. He grabs the title, walks out. That's it. No music. No music, no lights, nothing. Just in, out. If you really want to go down that route, he needs to just show up in like black, his jean shorts and like a black t-shirt. That's it.
And honestly change his theme. You could have still used one of his old themes.
No, you know what? I don't even want him to have a theme. I want him to come out to silence like Vince did in the Attitude Era.
Ooh.
I just want everything to go black so you know that it's Cena coming out. But I just want like black Titantron, everything like it's just kind of shut off and he comes out like that. And just he shits all over everyone. He's not doing any fanfare. His merch is literally just a black t-shirt. You could literally sell John Cena black t-shirts for an inflated price with no logos, nothing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that could be something.
Yeah. Like I said, this whole thing has just been, it's not worked at all. The heel turn is it's not worked. It's just, it hasn't. Like I said, like, when they did the whole, when they did the heel turn, I was excited, right? I think we all were. Like, we were all surprised.
Yeah.
We didn't think in our lifetime that John Cena was going to turn heel and just go all of a sudden, just go on this rampage. That's what we thought. But we ain't got that. We ain't got shit. I'm breaking up with you. And go back to what you said, Cream, like the whole, no entrance and all that stuff. That's what made Tommaso Ciampa so interesting on NXT back in the day. He didn't come out with no music. The boos, that was his music. That was like him getting applaud. That was his thing. Like, he loved it. So it's like, embrace that type of character. Like, not what you're doing now, John.
Like, where he was shitting on the kid when he was in Europe, that was the best stuff as him as a heel. Yep. The best. Him shitting all over that kid, doing all this shit, like just being an asshole to everyone. But then, in the same breath, he's like showing up on like TNT to talk about Peacemaker season 2, and it's like, no, dude, you can't go and hang out with Shaq and be friendly.
No.
And just when Charles Barkley is Charles Barkley on that show was literally trying to like get the wrestling stuff going. He was like, I don't like you right now. You're a heel. You're a bad guy. And Cena just kind of ignored it. Didn't even speak about it. I get like TNT doesn't want to talk about WWE stuff, but like, come on, then don't go. Like this is the problem with him having all the acting stuff going on. He is still 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
And it's ruining. I think part of that is ruining the fucking show. Now, if you want to do something with TNT and be like, hey, let's promote Peacemaker by me just like, I don't know, maybe I like attitude adjustment Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq's taken bumps before, and that's how you end like inside the NBA or something like that. That's cool. People will be like, oh shit, Shaq got fucked up, right? And it promotes WWE and Peacemaker. So you get to promote your own product while also promoting like, yes, a competition's product. But I'm sorry, it's John Cena. Everyone really like you having him on there is already a promotion for WWE, right?
Yeah, honestly.
Oh,
Nah,
Jesus Christ.
shit, Nas.
Here's the real thing. The signs were there. Remember at the beginning of the year where John Cena retweeted Adolf Hitler's Twitter account and liked it?
Yeah.
That's when the heel turn really started, okay?
You know what they could have done too?
That was real, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was real. Yeah. John Cena followed he followed Hitler's account.
So somebody needs to fix the AI bot he's been using.
Let's be real. They fucked up by not having Cena fuck up Cody leading up to Mania at all. Remember the Rock beatdown last year on Cody? I wanted something like that.
Yeah. Well, with that, I think we should probably wrap up here. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for showing up for the stream. Thank you to Mr. T and Trey for starting off the stream. I came in a little bit late because of gronking, but yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It's a really stupid move. It doesn't make any sense any way you cut it. It's not smart.
Cream, before we head out, do you want to promote the collectible video you guys did on Gronkin?
Yes, go over to Gronkin on Dogs, the hashtag #1 non-shilling gaming podcast, you dogs. It's all about dogs. Let me go find the link for that, and we'll drop it in.
I got you covered.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. I don't have to do shit. I'm the best.
Yeah.
And Nosmir, I will be sending you a freaky message.
Trey, what do you got to promote before we go?
Not much. Just my normal videos.
Yeah, Trey's channel is in the description box again. Trey's link into his channel. He does movie reviews. He's on part 56. Screen Rant is
56.
It's pretty close to there. I had nothing to promote besides asking you to like, subscribe, and share the stream out. If you enjoyed what you saw, tell a friend, tell a wrestler, tell a mom, tell your stepmom, tell a MILF. I don't know. Don't care who it is. Just get the word out.
Really devolving into tell a random guy you meet at the grocery store.
Tell the homeless guy in the street that uses McDonald's Wi-Fi somehow. I don't know.
Hey, you know what? McDonald's Wi-Fi is built different, man. Don't fuck with McDonald's Wi-Fi, bro.
I'm McLovin it. Anyways, on that note, we'll see y'all on Saturday. Until
all right, y'all.
Peace.